Holy Cross, Catholic, all male, more than 2,000 white students, 27 black students, many of them as frustrated as Clarence was.
No, I was pissed off. I had evolved from being hopeful to being pissed off. A lot of young people in America was pissed off, and they weren't seeking a reconciliation, okay? They're seeking a coup, change the whole thing.
We all involved in it. I was involved in the protests. He was, literally everybody who went up there. And we, those of us from the South, we were right there with them saying, yeah, man, we want to push.
He definitely was inspired by the Black Panthers. He dressed like them, he talked like them. He had a beret, he had army fatigues, and he had the army boots.
He wore an afro. He was out there with everyone else. I think it was positive because he had a group. He wasn't alone now. He became part of his group.
I don't know if he had a well-formed political philosophy before he got the Holy Cross. Maybe he was simply going along. But the years, 1968, 1969, gosh, I was there. And the forces of conformity to a sense of outraged fury, resistance, the throwing off of oppression by any means necessary. It was very seductive, it was very compelling to many, many people, among whom was Clarence Thomas.
And he had a hero, Malcolm X.
We want freedom by any means necessary. We want justice by any means necessary. We want equality by any means necessary.
He had a poster of Malcolm X in his dorm room.
Justice Thomas boasted at one point he had read all of his speeches. And he said at one time he could quote you some of them by heart. I mean, so he really did pay attention to Malcolm X.
We are oppressed. We are exploited. We are downtrodden. We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Clarence Thomas's activism culminated in his junior year as protests broke out 40 miles away in Harvard Square.
An estimated 2,000 radical students from the greater Boston area decided to march to Cambridge and continue demonstrating.
We drank our way to Harvard Square, where our disorderly parade deteriorated into a full-scale riot.
The demonstration then turned into the most extreme civil disorder in Cambridge history. 4,000 students against 2,000 police.
The police fired rounds of tear gas into the crowd, but that didn't deter us, and we kept on rioting well into the night. I got back to campus at 4 in the morning, horrified by what I'd just done.
All over the United States yesterday, there were anti-war protests, most of them peaceful. One was not at Harvard University last night.
Nearly 200 people were injured. 40 students were arrested.
I had let myself be swept up by an angry mob for no good reason, other than that I too was angry.
It's certainly something he talks about a lot. Here I am in Harvard Square and like this mini riot, like what am I doing here, right? What am I doing?
He was conflicted about what he'd done, who he was, what he stood for.
I don't think anything about Clarence Thomas is simple. I mean, he's a bundle of contradictions, and it seems like there's just always so much inner tension within him. Yes, he was radical like his peers, but not as radical. And he broke with them in various ways. And he's always breaking with whatever the dominant political trope is. He says, you know, he's always talking about how he's not going to do what's fashionable. He wants to be different.